5:37 on this Monday morning. I've always been fascinated by model trains, Dawn, but never had the patience to build one.
Well, now you're a dad, and now you can, of course, be more patient as your son maybe starts to like those things. Thank you so much, Greg. Good morning to you out there. It is wet, and certainly if you're on parts of the island, it is stormy with flooding potential and potentially damaging winds with wind warnings in effect, as well as rainfall warnings in effect for much of inland and west of Vancouver Island. In fact, through the next 24 hours, could see anywhere between 70 and 80 millimeters of rain, and we're also looking at winds at 90 kilometers an hour potentially. So again, take the necessary precautions with those warnings in effect. In Metro Vancouver, we actually are going to dry out, but it's really this system that is causing the issue. We can see a lot of that moisture right in the region right now on the island again, and we will eventually see the conditions dry out for us once we hit this afternoon. There's just a bit of a bigger look at it. We're certainly looking at some sunshine in the prairies and spectacular weather once again in Ontario and Quebec as we take a look at our national forecast with sunshine and heat. 16 degrees in Toronto today. We're looking at a mix of sun and cloud in Winnipeg, and yes, wet for us here in the lower mainland and certainly the BC coast. So here's what we're looking at as far as current conditions. Temperatures around 8 degrees in Tofino. We're at 12 in Victoria, 11 in Vancouver. And today we're not warming up a whole lot, but we'll actually warm up throughout the overnight period, and wait till you see the temperature tomorrow. This is must-see TV, I'm telling you. We're looking at rainy conditions again for the Fraser Valley, warming to 12 degrees, temperatures overnight around 11. And again on the island, this is where we start to look at the very stormy conditions. Tofino, talk about storm watching season. That's really what people expect to see, and it is going to be kind of brutal, I have to say. Again, certainly Port Alberni looking at concerns as well. As we look ahead to the Sunshine Coast, Howe Sound, Whistler, this is going to be fairly warm. And speaking of warm, look at that, 17 degrees tomorrow, Thor. That is the daytime high. Wet conditions pretty much throughout the entire long-range forecast, back close to seasonal by the time we hit Wednesday and beyond.
Are you kidding me? That sounds good. I mean, hey, if we're going to have rain, might as well have